Hey everybody, welcome back to Samara Builds. I'm Samara. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for joining us. This is where I'm building a better life in a lot of different ways. Anyways, let's just get right into it. So, we're talking about astrology. I'm gonna be just totally frank with you. I don't know a ton about astrology. I always ask people their signs and then I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't actually know really much about anything. But I'm going to talk about my experience with it because believe it or not, even though I don't know a lot, it has really changed my life in a very positive way. It's been really good for me. So let's just get into it. I am a Sagittarius. If you don't know anything about that, that's okay. I hardly do too. I don't know who all can relate to this, but if you're watching my channel, I'm assuming you can at least a little bit. Has anybody else out there gone through such a long period of depression, or even just being stuck in a rut, that as you're coming out of it, you kind of forget who you were before that? You kind of forget who you are as a person? I certainly have been there myself. And, during one of these times of coming out of depression and just being like, what am I like as a person? Who am I? I kind of just stumbled upon astrology. I've always looked at my weekly horoscope or whatever, just thought it was kind of fun. Never really took much stock in it. Anyways, I opened up, Sagittarius traits. And honestly, it reminded me who I am. A lot of the traits fit me. Here they are. Passion, curiosity, intensity, and adaptability. A Sagittarius is like centaur, half horse, half human with a bow and arrow. Freaking sick, I need a bow and arrow. This says they aren't afraid to use the bow and arrow to explore expansive terrain, seeking answers in places and spaces others wouldn't dare venture. The Sagittarius quest for knowledge knows no bounds. And so, I read these types of things about Sagittarius and I was like, oh, that's right. I am curious. I am passionate. I am an explorer. I love to travel. I love to talk to new people. I love different adventures and experiences, and it really helped break me out of the gray bubble that depression had kept me in. When I was coming out of my depression, I would have moments of I just want to stay inside and not socialize with people, but then I'd be like, oh, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm courageous, I'm passionate, I'm the life of the party. And I could sort of even just fake it till I made it. I would be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna rely on my inner strength as a Sagittarius to get through this party or whatever. And just inevitably always happens, whether I'm a Sagittarius or not, once I show up to the party where my friends and loved ones are, whoa, mind-blowing, I had a good time and it was really good for me. There were a lot of situations like that where I would get stuck on one narrative of myself of oh, I'm shy, oh, I'm an introvert, I'm depressed, but just flipping the script, reversing the narrative a little bit of oh, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a spicy little fire sign. I can be bold and courageous and do what I want. Really helped, like I said, break me out of that bubble. And I'm also not saying that you should read so much into it or just every sign has their weaknesses or their negative points. And I am definitely not saying that you should be oh, well, I was just rude to that person because I'm a Virgo. Or, whatever your sign is, whatever the weakness is. I know for Sagittarius, they are known for offending people just because of their brutal honesty. And that's not something that I use as an excuse. It's something that I keep in mind of like, there is a possibility I could have the propensity for this. So this is something I want to keep in check, because I don't want to just mindlessly hurt other people's feelings just because I feel like sharing the truth all the time. Like, it's not a get out of jail free card to be an asshole. You still have to try to be a good person no matter what your sign is. And so I'm not like, everybody should be into astrology and everybody should follow it 100% and it's 100% true. I don't know. But I know that it's been a helpful way to look at my life. So yeah, I look at my horoscope like every day, and sometimes I'm like, this has nothing to do with my day. And sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good reminder that I should be curious about the other person's experience. Or hey, maybe I will wear a red sweater today. That sounds like a fun idea. It can be like a good starting point or jumping off point. And for me, it's been really fun, because it's not like a strict religion where you have to follow somebody else's rules. You know, it's not like there's a moral judgment at the end of my life that has to do with astrology. It's honestly just like a fun little filter to look at my life through. And so I would suggest to you to be open to different silly things like this that life can give you. And I've learned about a little bit about my chart, my full chart. I only know, let's see, I'm a Sagittarius sun. My moon is Pisces. So I'm an emotional baby. That's why I cry a lot. That's okay. And then my rising is Scorpio. So that's why I'm so mysterious and a little intimidating. Again, I hardly know anything about anything, but I know enough that it's brought like joy and spontaneity and a renewed zest for certain things, which is really powerful. And it's also just really fun to be on like Instagram and send memes about the astrology signs to my friends who are those signs when it fits them. Like, it gives us a little smile through the day, and we need more of those, you know? I have been considering going to like a professional in astrology and having them like read my birth chart or whatever, just because it sounds interesting and fun, not because I think it's going to give me some magical answer to myself that's going to cure my depression forever. But I think it's important in life to do things like this that aren't serious, but you can take some seriously good things away from them. Let me know in the comments if you guys have done that kind of thing before. I would love to get someone's take on this. What's your sign? Does it resonate with you? Again, you know, try to be open to what life is throwing at you that can prove to be some kind of benefit, whether it's, like I said, just like a filter to look at your personality or your day or your life through, or even if it's something that doesn't resonate with you, like, why does it not? Like, if, you know, when I had first learned about being a Sagittarius, if I was like, I'm not creative, like, why would I think that? Oh, I'm just like, have this negative self-talk that I'm lazy and boring or whatever. Try to soak up any positive things life can throw at you, because it's hard. It's hard out here, folks. But it's worth it. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Again, what's your sign? Tell me about it so I can learn. Thanks, guys. Bye.